The Searing World, written by Maria Garcia Esperon, illustrated by Amanda Mijangos, and translated by David Bowles. The Searing World is one of the very first books on Levine Querido's list of translated literature. It was originally published in Spanish in Mexico, and we're delighted to be bringing it to an English-reading audience here in the States. We will also be publishing simultaneously a Spanish edition, Cuentos Sagrados de America. Both of these books, both the English and the Spanish, are absolute treasures. They gather together over 50 stories from all across the Americas, from the tip of Argentina all the way up to Canada and Alaska, and tell them in an incredibly gorgeous and exciting way. The book also features extensive back matter, including a note on the transcription of indigenous terms, a pronunciation guide, information on the cultures represented in the book, a glossary, a map, and a bibliography. We're honored to be bringing this book for both English and Spanish-speaking readers here in the States. Alien Nation by Sandra Bossi. Freaking love this book. I mean, just check out that art. How cool is that? So I'm someone who grew up loving the books of David Wiesner and Chris Van Allsburg. Titles like Flotsam or Jumanji or Tuesday, where I was totally drawn in by how special and gorgeous the art was. But they also had a lot of mystery to them and asked me questions and made me want to go back to the books and read them again and again and again to kind of be in that world again and figure everything out. I think Alien Nation is a book that stands confidently in the tradition of those books. It's set in a world that's similar to our own. You'll note the cell phone in our friend's hands. But it's also a world that feels very dissimilar to our own. You'll note the alien dude. But it's a book, I think, at its core, that asks its young readers searching questions about the role of technology in our lives and social media. You know, I think these are questions that young people are asking themselves right now, maybe even more than adults. But the book never feels didactic or lesson-y at all. I mean, honestly, you'll probably just be, the first few times you read, drawn in by how special the art is. I think it's a book that young readers will treasure for years to come. The Immortal Boy is a novel set in Bogota, Colombia. It's written by Francisco Mantegna Ibanez and translated by David Bowles. It's a novel that's told in two kind of interweaving parts. The first part is from the perspective of a family of 5 children, siblings, who are living on their own in fairly extreme poverty in the city. The second part is told from the perspective of a young girl who lives in an orphanage, and a boy has just joined the orphanage, the mysterious Immortal Boy, and she will do anything she can to befriend him. I don't want to say too much about the plot of this book because the ending is one of the most unforgettable, thought-provoking, shocking, heartfelt endings I've ever read in my life. But safe to say that the writing itself, the prose, is similarly special and magical and mysterious. Something else really cool about this book is that we're presenting it in a really cool bilingual edition. So you can read it as an English book, but then if you flip it over and turn it over, you can read it in Spanish as well. And we're just absolutely delighted and honored to be bringing it to a US audience.